Velatorio San Juan te ofrece un espacio de paz y respeto para honrar a tus seres queridos. Ubicados en Mapastepec, nuestro velatorio cuenta con aire acondicionado, sala de descanso tranquila y cocina completa con vigilancia las 24 horas. Velatorio San Juan, en paz y esperanza.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you for coming today to La Charla de Jueves. My name is Susie Rincon, and as all every Thursday, it's a pleasure to me to stay with you here and a new artist this night. Tonight, we're very excited to join here a Moldavian artist. She's Izzy Izvne, and she has a very wonderful proposal and a really crazy style. Well, I'm very excited to talk about it. So let's start by the beginning. First of all, thank you, Izzy. Thank you for joining us today. And how are you doing? How are you? Welcome.
Thank you. Super nice, and thank you for the invitation. It's I think it's my first interview for your country, for Mexico. So hello, everybody.
Well, we're very, like I said, we're very excited to bring you here. And well, let's start. Talking about your art, your style, and first of all, your story. I think every artist have a very wonderful and interesting history, so we wanna hear yours. Let us know how was your start on the world of art. You know, what work or what piece of art you think that sparked your creativity for the first time?
Thanks for this question. First of all, I never dreamed to be an artist, and I can't say that I was that person who likes to just sit and draw. And my real love and introduction into art world began with the simple graffiti in the streets, with illegal graffiti. As many artists who are working in the streets, our background is just graffiti. That's how it started. In 2011, I was big fan and still am of hip hop culture and everything what is connected with it. So that time I was trying to try all the elements of hip hop. It's like breakdance, MCing, DJing, and graffiti, of course. And when I first took the spray can and tried it, for me it was like total magic, how it happens, how the paint covers the surface, even if the surface is not smooth, and all these colors and even the smell of the paint. I was impressed. I was like, wow, that's what I want to do. And in about a year, I made my first legal wall. I was totally in love with one wall in the city. I was living close to it. And it took me so much time to get the permission to make it legal, because I wanted to do something really special. And after that wall, I became a bit famous in my city. Everybody knew who is Izzy Izvne. And so that's how I started doing more and more. And I got some commissions, and etc. And for the next 6 years, I was trying to find my own style, and I was searching it in a graffiti. But then suddenly it just happened that it turned to this calligraphy style, what you see now. And since then, since 2017, I'm doing what I'm doing and developing this style.
Okay, that's a very interesting beginning. Before we talk with a graffiti artist too, Cesar Pawamba, and he already said like the same thing as you, that they start by an illegal painting. I think most of the magic of the graffiti is made it under the law, like made it fast, made it in a few minutes, and then run to go. I don't know if in Moldova is the same thing like in Mexico, but here, like I say, I think it's kind of the same. But talk us about who was your first legal mural? Like, the first job you can make with all your time, taking your time, thinking about
Yeah.
idea? How was that work?
Yeah, exactly. That's wall which I said you in 2012. It was a wall near my house, and I drew on it big graffiti letters, Izzy Izvne. They were pink, 3D, and there was a pink sakura. And this wall became super famous in my city. In 2019, I remade this wall because it was already super old and the paint was already, falling. And I made it in my own style. So now it's like not original how it was from the beginning, but it's originally with my style. And I plan to do it again, maybe in a few years when it will get old again and the paint will will fall. So I will do it again. That's my favorite wall in my city.
Compare your old work, like the
Yeah.
pink sakura, with the new one in the mural.
Yeah, sometimes I get comments about it. So some people say that the original Sakura style was better, but I think they say it because it reminds them about first walls in the city who had this, graffiti style. And maybe also some people write me like comments that they were growing on this, like looking on this wall. So maybe it reminds them about their childhood. I don't think it was better than this, which I did in my style, but still they both are mine and both are one of my favorites.
Okay, great. Well, if you can share us some pictures of that old the pink
Yeah,
sakura just to compare.
yeah,
Just to compare and
yeah,
to
just
show the persons, the people behind the screen, what are we talking about? What was
yeah.
really really great. And well, talking about your technique, I know, of course, when you first start on graffiti and the style you made it today, because we made meet you through Instagram with such a crazy purpose with I think that mixing some space things and
Yeah.
calligraphy and very interesting perspectives just in one work that is very interesting and actually blows my mind for completely. Who was to develop that style? What is your principal inspiration?
Good question. I don't know because style in calligraphy. I still can't say that I'm a calligraphy writer because for me, calligraphy writer is something else. Calligraphy is about something more clean, like every letter is clearly seen but my style is more about these dimensions and I just use calligraphy to fill in these forms. So I can't really say who influenced me and how I came to this style, but it happened like this. Like in 2 weeks, I had a commission and it was a hookah bar and they asked me to do calligraphy. It was my first time when I did calligraphy and there were 5 walls and if you will see chronologically from the first wall to the fifth wall, you will see how developed my style. On the first wall, I made gradients. That's one of the key elements of my style. On the second wall, there were drips. On the another wall, there was already a 3D dimensions. Yeah, then the planets and the fifth wall looked exactly what I'm doing right now with all these, dimensions, planets, drips, everything. So it developed really fast, and I never was trying to find myself exactly in this. So I think that it just was somewhere deep inside of me, but I didn't even realize. Yeah, and it just happened. So I can't really say. Maybe there are artists who influenced this style, but I don't know who exactly. I mean, maybe I was seeing something in internet, blah blah blah, and it somehow stayed in my mind and then just mixed in this style.
Okay, well, that's a very interesting mixing, and I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel something like when we started talking about the space, some people may be getting afraid because you don't know what is in the space. It's a empty space, a darkness space, and in your paintings, I see. More than like empty space, like a portal, like a possibility, like another kind of reality. It's I don't know. It's like a portal through other worlds. Do you see your art like that? As you mentioned, it is just something that happens. I don't know if you start with a blank lines and then start to putting things there. Who is your creative process? Who start the idea and how it ends?
Again, when I started it, I didn't know exactly the idea, but as more I was drawing it, as more I was coming to something what is deep inside of me, and now I can formulate it. I'm deeply inspired by cosmos. It's clearly seen from my style, but I want to show from my style not only the universe above us, but also universe inside ourselves. Because every person, everything in life, what's happening, it's not just, something simple what you see. Every person has his own universe inside, and sometimes we just have to look deeper. And it's the same how you see the empty gray wall or the empty canvas, and then suddenly it turns out in all this, whole universe. The same, I deeply believe that every situation, for example, in our life, it happens not just, like coincidence, but it happens because it had to happen, for you to make you stronger, to teach you something or something like that. And in the same time, every person who we meet is the whole universe. Every person brings something in your life also and takes something from you to his life. Yeah, so if we say it in few words, I'm trying to show the universe above us and inside us and how it is connected. Yeah, because I deeply believe that we all are made from the same, elements which are somewhere in cosmos.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a very interesting purpose to put in on a canvas, and you made it in a very clean way. Your traces, your style of work is really clean. As you said, it's kind of dirty because you put the paint on different ways at the end of the work. But in fact, you have a perspective very clean and so many details, which is details really small. Like I don't know if it was last week that I see a bubble and some people's on the bubble through the portal. It was really interesting, really cute to me. But how it's to work in a technical way speaking? How the process of your painting? Do you use acrylic paint and spray painting, right?
Yeah, I'm using acrylic and the spray paint, and both in murals and in on the canvas, it's the same, just different acrylics, of course. The process is, I first of all I do the black background. It's always a big problem, especially in such countries as mine. We have this post-Soviet mentality, and when people see the black wall, they think that will do something really dark, and they don't like it. And when I was drawing in the streets, they were passing by and saying, like, why can't you just draw some flowers or nice animals? Why do you do this black wall? For them, it's something about death, and they say, like, it's a road to death or to hell or something like that. So the process, I do the black background, and I do the sketch with the help of chalk. Then I do all this calligraphy. Maybe in future I won't use calligraphy. I'm thinking about it that I want to develop something else. For now, I really like it because I can write something using calligraphy, but I would like to do something else instead of calligraphy. After that, I'm doing all this. During doing the calligraphy, I'm working a lot on the gradients. That's the key thing of my style, the smooth gradients. And maybe that's the main reason why the calligraphy doesn't look so clean, because, for example, one letter can have 3-4 different colors, and you can't just do this clean letter, because the main thing is to do the smooth gradient. After that, I'm doing these drips. Sometimes before drips, I do the shadows and the highlights. It depends on the sketch. And after that, I apply these planets and flying humans or whatever.
Yes, of course. I see that you really play with all these elements and just made it work. And it sounds really interesting to me because I never seen an artistic style like that. So do you have, I don't know, maybe an artist, a movement, or even a personal experience that are influenced your work, your style?
No, as I told before, we already talked about it, that I can't really say that someone in particular influenced me. Many people who want to gaslight or I don't know, in comments they say that I copy another calligraphy writers and they name their names, but there are thousands of calligraphy writers who are doing it, and as I said, my calligraphy is super simple. I just use the Gothic font, write the English words, and I can't say that I copy someone because it's super simple calligraphy which I use. So I can't say that anybody really influenced me, but who knows?
Yeah, of course. Who knows? Maybe music, maybe movies, maybe some artists that I don't know. Can you share us which kind of music do you hear when you're painting?
You actually can hear it in my reels, in my videos, because I usually apply it. It's something very light, very.
At this time, I think you've been through so many experimentations talking about materials. Who has to construct this style using the right materials? I mean, who was the experimentation?
I can say that I've had different experiments about it. Really, I didn't have. The only thing what I can say is that on the big dimensions, on the big murals, I'm working with my husband. He is working in the field of constructions. And the main things which are super difficult for me as let's say weak girl, he's doing. And for example, my most viral video, which you also maybe saw, in the beginning of this video, I am doing lines with a chalk reel. I will send you this video, and maybe because of that it got so viral, because people started to ask me about what is this tool. But this tool showed me my husband who is working in the field of constructions. Yeah, so I can't say that I experiment much with paint, but there were some experiments with the tools to make the sketch.
Okay, well, I think as a painter, you always are trying to stay on not on top, on the actual tendencies, because you know how the algorithm of social media works. You need to stay creating and creating and creating. How do you deal with that, with the pressure of stay there creating every day and still having joy with that?
Good question. And First of all, it's not like that. I'm a mom. My son is super little, so 5 days a week I'm staying with my son, and I can't paint. 2 days a week during the weekends I'm working in my studio. My husband is staying with my son, of course, our son, of course, and that's how my creative process goes. About all this, stability, let's say, in social media, I'm trying to post 3 times a week. And I'm doing these videos during the night when my son is going to sleep. So it's a bit tough, yeah. But the good thing about it all that my brains are super creative about it. I always know what I want to do, like which videos I can do. I have a lot of videos from my mural projects which I can use for all these reels and TikToks and etc. So it's getting easier as more you do it. So for those artists, so many artists in internet complain about this, that they don't want to do all this marketing thing, to do all these videos. They just want to be an artist. I can agree, and we all want to be just artists. But let's see this situation from the other side. We have this tool, we have internet, we have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Now we have Threads. We have a lot of platforms where we can promote ourselves. And artists in all times, they had this struggle, but they didn't have this tool. So now we are lucky that we have it. Of course, we have to work more and we have to do this work which we don't want to do. We just want to be creative artists and we want someone else to do this for you. But let's be thankful that we have it and we can promote ourselves. And thanks to internet and all these platforms, I'm here and you know about me. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
Yes, of course. I think we're very, very blessed with this, the gift of the internet, because, like you said, that's the only reason that we're here talking to each other through the other side of the world. I think at this moment, I am still getting impressed about how expensive is social media power, how expensive and how utilize this tool. As you said, like an artist and this century, it's a very useful tool to promote your art and to connect with other artists. And I don't know, in the middle. I don't know. In the past century, maybe artists should be on galleries or on public areas trying to sell themselves their art. And I think it's kind of the same. You're selling yourself, but in the community of your house through your phone, just taking some pictures, filming some part of your process, filming part of your day, trying to connect with your audience. And I think, like you said, you have all the reason here, because it's a very useful thing. It's a very useful tool that many artists can take advantage of it. And talking about that, usually I want to know, to all the people who are hearing this program, where can we find more of your work? Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all your social media, where can we find it?
You have to just type my name in Google and it will show you a lot. Now I'm active in Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads. I'm posting the same stuff, just on different platforms. There are different audience. And also I have my website where you can see the list of all my works, everything what is available and etc. Also, I want to add something to the previous question. For the artists who are complaining again about all this social media that they have to do it, it's difficult in the beginning. When you don't know the structure of the video, which will go viral, when you don't know what to post, when you don't know your audience, how it works, and etc., it's really tough. But once you understand it, and I am exactly now on that point where I just start to understand how it works, because I have just few viral videos, and it makes me super happy because I finally know what to do next, you know. So in the beginning, you just knock the door super hard and super long time. It took me like 3 or 4 months of posting every week, a few times a week, just to find the format which is, which will work with my art. But once you understand it, it gets really easier. You will do these videos and photos like that, and you will be thankful that you have this tool. So as in every work, you just have to go through it, you know, and that's what's different between you and the person who doesn't do it, and the world will never hear about him because he or she is not going through it. So just make this step.
Yeah, that's correct. In every work, in every area of our life, if we want to get something, we need to go it for it. Because things is not gonna happen through nothing. You have to work it and to put your own goal and let's go through behind that goal. And regarding that, what advice would you have like to receive when you were just starting your artistic career?
Good question. I always say one thing, that art world is difficult, and less than 1% of artists, much less than 1% of artists can get what they want, can live doing their art, can become famous or known in the galleries or whatever your goal is. So if you want to do it, be honest with yourself. You want to do it because you can't stop doing it, you can't live without that, or you want to do it just because you see this beautiful picture in, let's say, in Instagram, and you want to have like the same life. So if I will wake up you in the 3 o'clock in the morning and you still want to paint, like when you're sleepy, then super cool. Just go to your goal and never stop, but if it's just something what you see is beautiful and you think it's easy to get there, it's not your way. It's super difficult, and you will have to work really a lot of time, like years, without feedback. I mean, without getting any money from that, without getting attention which you have, and etc. Maybe you will need many years to develop your style first, then you will need a lot of years to get the attention, years to get payment, like people who want to buy your art. So it's really difficult. But what I want to say, that once you set this goal, once you know that it is your way and it's the only thing what you want from your life, go for it. And never stop, never listen to anybody. Just go and don't let anybody influence you, because there are so many people who want to stop you, even people who don't know you and who are trying to gaslight you in the internet, and many people whom you even know who say that they are your friends and even sometimes members of your family. They will try to stop you, some of them because of negative thoughts, and other because of positive thoughts. It doesn't matter. If you have this goal, go for it and don't listen to anybody. Only you know what you need in your life.
Very good. Thank you so much for this advice and your collaboration. That's really it's kind of the truth, as an artist, and every artist career, there is so many people, like you say, trying to gaslighting you, trying to putting you in trouble just because of because of it. They can, and just because and they can put some negative comments on internet, and if we're not confident enough, those comments made us feel really bad and made us give up of our career. And I think it's very important to be clear about this, about that it's art that we want to our lives, and if it's if the art is something you want in your life, like you said, go for it. Follow your dreams, take your goals on point, and don't let anyone tell you what to do, because only you know what to do and what do you want to your life. You have You're very right at this point, and thank you so much for this advice. It was very cool and very cute. And well,
I
in
also want to
addition,
I also
yes.
want to add, as we started to talk about people who tried to stop you or some bad comments in the internet. Just one more little advice: it doesn't matter you're an artist or someone else. If you want to be presented online, there will always be such people. You make like a something good for yourself and start to learn a bit psychology, because it will help you a lot to go through the hate and through bad comments in the internet. You have to start understanding why people do it, what is behind their words. Put yourself in their life, let's say, and after that it will be much easier to go through it. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'm even starting to argue with them, asking more and more questions and provoking them to comment more and more. And it makes my video more, boosts my video and gets more views. So in my case, in this situation, it's just one example, that in my case I understood how to use their hate or bad comments in positive way. So they do it, I get more comments, more views, more followers. So it's my way how I go through this hate. You can have your own way, but to study psychology at least a little bit, it will help a lot in your life. No matter what you do, it's really important.
Yes, of course. It's really important to have a psychology backup to how to gain through these hate comments. And changing a little bit of subject, I want to ask you if there is a particular project or a new work that you're currently working, or some maybe a new technique you're excited to share with the public.
No new technique and no big murals nearest year on or even 2 years, because I'm currently pregnant, so I can't do big walls because it's toxic for women's body and the child, of course. But I'm doing the canvases. I'm more focused on it, and right now I'm working on the series of artworks, which name is Flying Humans. I'm also a skydiver who didn't know. I'm deeply in love with flying, and I'm also flying in a wingsuit. It's some kind of suit in which you can fly longer, let's say like that. So now the series of canvases is dedicated to this topic and to people in this sport who inspire me so much. And the one which you mentioned before with the flying human, it's exactly two girls in a wingsuit who are inspiring me so much. One is from my country, and another is from Switzerland. Super cool girls who are totally mind blowing. Yeah, so it inspires me so much, and the fact that I can't fly right now because of the pregnancy, it's brings me back to flying, but in my canvases.
Okay, wow, that sounds very interesting. We'll be aware of that new work on your social media, so everyone who's listening here can follow Izzy on Instagram and TikTok. We're gonna show you all his social media here below. And just to start finally this interview, Izzy, there is anything else that you would like to share with with all the audience?
No, I think I already shared the main things and the key advice which I can give as an artist. So just thank you for being here, and thank you for all the support. It was such a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Likewise, thank you a lot for joining us here. I hope this will be not the last time we talk with you about art. Maybe in another intervention we can talk more deeply about your new subject, your new art proposal, your new work. And well, just to get in finally here. I just want to say thank you so much again for your time and for accept our invitation to La Charla del Jueves. And likewise, I want to say thank you to the sponsors team. Without your help, this program will be not possible. So thank you so much for supporting this. And if you want to be part of the sponsors team, you can talk to the telephone number which is showing below on screen. And the people from Publicidad MLS will bring you all the information you need to join part of this sponsors team. Again, thank you, Izzy. Have a wonderful day. And everyone through the screen, thank you for sharing this content. Thank you for comment. Thank you for your likes. And well, like every Thursday, it was a pleasure to stay here with you. My name is Susi Rincon, and I see you the next Thursday. Ciao.
Bye.
Esto fue una producción de Publicidad MDS.
Velatorio San Juan te ofrece un espacio de paz y respeto para honrar a tus seres queridos. Ubicados en Mapastepec, nuestro velatorio cuenta con aire acondicionado, sala de descanso tranquila y cocina completa con vigilancia las 24 horas. Velatorio San Juan, en paz y esperanza.